Artificial intelligence demystified.
So picture this. You're in a vendor meeting, they've got the slides up, the demo is running, and the sales lead leans forward and says, "Our model has 70 billion parameters." And the room just nods. Your procurement lead writes it down like it means something. Your CTO looks impressed, and you're sitting there thinking, is that good? Is that bad? Is that a lot? Should I be asking something right now?
We have all been in that room.
It's excruciating.
And the worst part is, that number might mean absolutely nothing for what you're actually trying to do. Today, we're talking about parameters, what they are, why vendors love to wave them around, and what you should actually say when they do.
Let's fix this.
Okay, before we get there, we need to spend 60 seconds on something called hallucinations, because it connects directly to why parameters matter.
Right. I've heard this one. It's when AI makes things up?
Exactly. A hallucination is when an AI model confidently states something that is completely made up and factually wrong, not uncertain, not hedging, just wrong with full confidence.
Like a colleague who doesn't know the answer but absolutely will not admit it.
Precisely that colleague. Now, here's a quick analogy. Imagine you hired someone to summarize 1,000 documents. They read everything, took notes, and now they're answering questions from memory. If their notes were incomplete or their memory is patchy, they'll sometimes fill the gaps with something plausible sounding that just isn't true.
And they won't flag it.
They won't flag it. Now, the reason I'm starting here is that hallucinations and parameters are connected. The number and quality of parameters directly shapes how reliably a model recalls and reasons about the world. Hold on to that. Because parameters are what determine whether those notes are good or full of gaps. So, parameters, plain English. Parameters are the millions or billions of internal settings inside an AI model that were adjusted during training to help it recognize patterns and generate useful responses. They're not rules someone wrote. They're not a database someone built. They're the accumulated result of the model being exposed to enormous amounts of data and getting nudged. Billions of times. Until its outputs got better.
Okay, when you say settings. Like, what kind of settings?
So, this is where the analogy helps. Imagine a massive mixing desk in a recording studio, the kind with hundreds of individual sliders and dials. Each slider controls one tiny aspect of the sound. A little more bass here, slightly less treble there. Before the album is released, a sound engineer spends weeks adjusting every single slider until the music sounds exactly right. Parameters are those sliders. The AI's training process is the engineer. By the end, billions of tiny adjustments have been locked in. And that locked configuration is what you're running when you use the model.
Huh? So when the vendor says 70 billion parameters,
They're saying their mixing desk has 70 billion sliders.
okay, but more sliders must mean better sound, right?
So this is where it gets interesting. And look, this is also where the analogy starts to break a little. A bigger mixing desk gives you more capacity to fine-tune the sound. But if the engineer didn't tune it well, or if they tuned it for jazz and you need it for heavy metal, more sliders doesn't save you. A smaller, well-tuned desk for your specific genre will beat it every time.
Right.
And the other thing, the analogy can't quite capture. Unlike a real mixing desk, where you can look at any slider and know what it does, you cannot look at a single parameter in an AI model and understand what it controls. They're not labeled. They don't correspond to anything a human would recognize.
Wait, that actually leads me to something. If parameters are just internal settings, can't we look inside the model and fix the ones that are wrong?
This is genuinely one of the hardest unsolved problems in AI right now. You can count the parameters. You can observe what the model outputs. But you cannot look at a single parameter and know what it means or what it's responsible for. It's like being handed a mixing desk with a billion unlabeled sliders. You can hear the music coming out, but you have no idea which slider is causing the problem. This is why AI interpretability is its own entire research field. Hundreds of people working on it. No clean answer yet.
So when something goes wrong, they can't just go in and fix it.
Not directly, no.
I did not know that. I genuinely assumed there was a dial somewhere.
Most people do, and that assumption is worth correcting. Because it changes how you think about AI risk and AI reliability entirely.
Okay, let me try this. Parameters are the internal settings that an AI model learned during training. More of them means the model had more capacity to learn, but more doesn't automatically mean smarter or more accurate.
That's close. Sharpen it just slightly. Parameters are the billions of internal settings baked into an AI model during training. They're what the model actually learned. More parameters means more capacity to learn patterns, but bigger doesn't automatically mean better or more accurate.
That's the one. I'm writing that down.
That's your line for the next vendor meeting.
70 billion parameters. Sure, compared to what on a task like mine?
Exactly where we're going next. Here's the scenario. A vendor is pitching you a proprietary AI model for internal document analysis. They open with, "Our model has 70 billion parameters," implying it's more powerful and more accurate than anything else on the market. Your procurement team is impressed. The number sounds big. Your job is to know whether that number actually means anything for your use case.
So if someone pitches me that, what's the one question I ask?
Show me a benchmark comparison between your 70 billion parameter model and a smaller model on a task that looks like our actual use case.
Oh, that's uncomfortable.
For a bad vendor. Yes, a good vendor smiles, pulls up the data, and walks you through it. A bad vendor pivots back to the headline number, and now you know exactly which one you're dealing with.
Next time someone drops a parameter count in a pitch meeting, I'm not nodding. I'm asking for the benchmark.
And next episode, we're answering the question every executive has the moment an AI demo actually impresses them. How does this thing get inside our product? That's episode 5. How AI gets into your product.
See you then.